Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here with Tristan O'Grady today, guys. We are in his Hilton Head office, and he just gave us a tour. Why don't you tell us a little bit about when you joined eXp and about this amazing office that you have here on Hilton Head Island in North Carolina?
Well, Amy, thanks for coming to visit us. That's really nice of you. We love seeing you at all the events. You do such a great job, such a good leader in eXp. Coast, brokered by eXp Realty 3 years and 2 months ago. David Gilwells, Shelley Johnson, even had a conversation with Gene and Brent, showed me what an incredible model this is. And we decided to leave a boutique brokerage. Rick Sabre and myself, partners selling real estate for a long time here. We finally wrapped our heads around the vision, and we haven't looked back. It's been about 3 years. We found a location, and we built this incredible office with the help of a lot of great people. And we took it down to the stuff. Actually, no, we ripped everything out, and we had a slab, and we custom built this office the way we wanted to do real estate.
I love it. We just went on a tour, and you have everything you need here to set your agents up for success. You even have walk-in traffic here, and they have like a little speakeasy room, which is really cool. And you shared some of the history, so thank you for that. So you've been with eXp about 3 years.
Yep.
And you've been in this office how long?
It's been about 2 years.
Okay, and we just said that you just broke into the top 10
Yep.
In volume. So why don't we talk about that a little bit, because your success at eXp has just been amazing, and all the leaders that you just talked about, I think you've locked arms with them. The collaboration is unreal.
Yep.
That you've gotten. And how has that helped you with your level of success in your real estate business?
Yeah, I think the thing that speaks to me the most about this company and what we've really embraced is the culture. And Rick Sabre, my partner, who unfortunately is not here, but hopefully he's out showing, he was always like, Tristan, if we're going to do this, it's culture first, because we worked in some great real estate companies here, great people, but we felt like there was that piece was missing. And there's just been that flow of whether it's information, assistance, partners in other parts of the country or the world in this organization, eXp, that's just been incredible. And Rick and I are not your typical real estate recruiters, but what we've done here is we've created a place where people want to come, and the results speak for themselves. Volume wise, we're number one by I think 2 to 3 times the number 2 spot in South Carolina. We just do a very large amount of business here. We've got 50 or 60 pendings right now, and it's just a great place to come work, get some deals done. But we follow that culture that eXp just puts out there of everybody helps, everybody supports, and it's just one great big team.
It's like the saying, if you build it, they will come. And I've seen the culture that you guys have. And so you don't need to recruit, because you guys model, what an agent wants, what an agent needs, which is to have that support and the ability to be successful, so that they can build their dreams. So you've done such a good job with that. You told me that when we got here, you've got something that's going to close next week, one of your largest sales. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So about 4 years ago, I was working with some investors. They had 2 oceanfront homes. We sold them, and they didn't want to get out of the market. They sold them right at the beginning of COVID. And in fact, David Gilwells bought the buyer. I was the listing agent. David Gilwells bought one of the buyers. And then we sold another one. They were right next door. And they asked me to find another property. So we located an oceanfront teardown in Sea Pines. And it's been quite the challenge, because going through COVID, when you're building big houses like this, materials were difficult to come by, labor was difficult to come by. We ended up tearing the house down 2 years into it and rebuilding it from scratch with another builder.
Wow.
But it is under contract, and touch wood, it will close next week for a record sale on Hilton Head by over $2 million.
Oh wow! And what's the?
It's in the 12 to 13 million range. I can't disclose it,
yes,
but it's in that 12 to 13 million range, and the highest sale ever on Hilton Head is in the 10s.
That's incredible. So that's just incredible.
For a single family, it's an oceanfront house. But so that's been, we've utilized eXp Luxury heavily for that property.
Yes.
I remember calling you up and being put in touch with some of the eXp luxury people, and we got some exposure on the website with that. And immediately, literally the following week, we had 3 or 4 buyers fly into town to look at that property.
What a testimony.
It went onto some of the feeder sites, and I know it got some exposure internationally. So that was really helpful. The branding, the brochures, nobody does them as good as eXp Luxury.
It's top notch, absolutely. And I love hearing that, we talk about those stories, but when you hear agents that are actually benefiting from some of the major publications that these properties, these listings are going into, and those high net worth buyers are seeing that's where they're looking. And so they're flying in. And so I love to hear those stories, because that's real life action that's taking place here. So that's awesome. Yeah,
it's been great. We love everything about eXp Luxury. It fits really well in this market. Coast, we created Coast before we even heard of eXp, but we kind of are a luxury brand.
Oh, you definitely are.
We do go after our own market, and so that really has just help us come alongside, because as a small team, you don't really have all those tools. But as a big organization, you guys put together this package, and it just makes it really a great partnership, particularly for these premium properties.
Absolutely. One thing that I want to talk about as well, we were looking at your organization, your RevShare organization, and then we were talking about your team as well. And you said something that really resonates with us, and that is that members of your team will sometimes go out and build or replicate what you're doing with your team here. And you said that's one of the best things that they could possibly do. So let's talk about that a little bit. Why do you feel that way?
Well, I mean, it's a reality of this company. The opportunity is equal for everybody, right? Everyone's like, oh, you're too late. No, you're not. You come in and you are you, and you can build an organization. You can build a small team, a big team, whatever it is, it's there for you. And we've launched 5 separate teams now. We're very proud of Daniela and Rick. They've just started their team officially. It's Elevate Properties, brokered by eXp. They just moved into their office today. We just went and toasted champagne with them this morning. People do drink in the morning on Hilton Head Island.
Mimosas, right.
That's right. Yeah. But there's been 5 of those, and then the kind of the two big teams that one of them more recently, Brandon Greenplate. I know you remember Brandon. He spoke at Build.
Yes.
He was a 30 under 30 dynamic realtor. He started selling all my high-end listings. I'm like, who is this kid? So he came into eXp. He has now started the Shift, which is actually an organization within eXp with a dynamic gal out of Charleston, Marjorie Corbin, known as Dree, and they are building something really spectacular between those two. Early 30s, late 20s, those two, and they're just something to look out for within the Shift within eXp. And then Tisha and Liz, 2 really great ladies that worked here. They literally came in, worked their butts off. Tisha ended up being our top producer in 2023. We found them a location in Bluffton, and now they have an equally cool office in Bluffton, great for walk-ins, right by the farmers market in downtown Bluffton, which for people who are not familiar with this area is one of the quaintest towns in South Carolina. And they've built a team of over 20 already, and they've been going just over a year. So we're really proud of them. We're all one great big family, and there's been a couple of other, local teams as well. They all started in this office, and and that's what it's about, isn't it? eXp, you make it what it is for you. And Rick and I are office guys, so this works for us, because even if nobody comes to the office, with the generosity of the eXp model compared to the split that we were giving our last brokerage, which we were on a 65-35. The split that we don't give the brokerage, based on our volume, easily covers our rent and those things that come with that. So it was a great opportunity for us. And on top of that, you got the RevShare piece, which
I'm sure we pay you to be here with us at eXp.
You do, that's right.
Which I love. I saw your icons, 6-time icon, is that right?
4-time.
4-time. Well, somebody added 2 trophies out there.
Those are Rick's. So Rick's, we've actually got 6 trophies up there, 3 each. And the 4th, I just got the email that I icon for the 4th time in 3 years and 2 months. But the trophy hasn't arrived yet.
Well, it makes sense that you can't be a 6-time icon if you've only been here for 3 years. But, I saw the trophies and I was very impressed. I took a picture. So I love that the impact that you've made in just 3 years' time. Like, that's incredible. That, all the teams that you just described and the success that they have, and together we succeed kind of goes very well with all that you've been talking
Well,
about.
it wouldn't have happened without the model, but particularly the people. And I always say this when I get on stage, and I did it and build it. Without Robin Phillips, who's just up the road in Charleston, she literally gave us everything we ever needed. And Shelley poured into us, and Kevin is our coach, Kevin Johnson, for any of you guys that know Kevin. And David Gurwell's here locally, who actually, initially taught us about eXp. But without that family and that support, it wouldn't have happened. So it's not really us, it's we, me and Rick, it's we. It's just been a great big team effort.
Well, I love it, but it's because you believe in it.
Yeah.
So you experienced it, and then you want to share, and so that ripple effect is there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty special thing that we have here. So well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time today.
Absolutely.
I want to bring over the guy that was behind the camera just to say hello.
Yeah.
Mr. Tony King from Dallas.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy.
From Texas.
So yeah, he's from Dallas, Texas, and we have the whole growth team here today, and we decided to have a field trip over here to our top team in the area, and that was you. And so we're just so blessed that you shared your time.
Well, we're really honored that
today.
you guys stopped by today, and for any time you guys want to come in and enjoy Hilton Head, you can always use the office.